Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. Welcome to section 3, and this is all about platforms, specifically choosing a store platform. And if you remember or recall back in section 1, we talked about why it's so important to have that perfect platform, and how the platform is going to first of all save us tons and tons of time because it's everything really works right out of the box, and it's going to save us a lot of money because we're not going to need to get any kind of integrations developed because all of the important integrations, most specifically our t-shirt printing and fulfillment, it's already integrated with Shopify. So I kind of just spilled the beans in terms of what platform I want to use, but you guys already know that, right? Shopify is the site that we're talking about when we're building the t-shirt business. And this is what we want to look for, and coincidentally, this is what Shopify, this is what their feature set looks like. And that's an easy to set up and operate, storefront and admin dashboard. So not just easy to operate for the customer, but easy to operate for you, adding product, removing product, hooking integrations, order management, fulfillment management, all that great stuff. It needs to be easy to use, and Shopify is so easy that, there's really no technical experience needed. That's the great part. So it's really a platform for marketers, in my opinion, because it's not even as code heavy as WordPress. WordPress, you need to have some more technical background, or at least rely on some developer and a hosting company to run the site. With this, you don't need to do that at all. So as you see the next point, no coding experience necessary. There's very few times that you should even ever need to look at Shopify code. So that's great. You got e-commerce out of the box. That means shopping cart, built in, payment gateways built in. Shopify Payments is basically Stripe, and if you don't know what Stripe is, it's just a really great online payment gateway. And maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, you would have had to use something like Authorize.net, but now Stripe has just made it super easy, and Shopify has partnered with them. So kind of right out of the box, you have Stripe pretty much working. You just need to enter in your business information, and then that's set up. And PayPal is also set up right out of the box. Even if you don't have a PayPal account, it will be set up, it will kind of be on hold, the setup. You'll be able to accept payments, and as soon as you get your first payment, Shopify or PayPal will send you an email saying, you need to set up your account to claim this payment. But, in terms of functionality, it's already there. You want to start selling tonight, you could accept credit cards and PayPal. So, I mean, that's something that we talk about so quickly, but, that's so crazy, right? You have the entire e-commerce functionality without needing to do any code work at all. And that's just super powerful. To do an e-commerce site, maybe your kind of assumption was that it's going to be expensive to get developed and it's going to be hard to run and you're going to need a programmer's help. I mean, you don't need any of that. And Shopify, it's just ready to go. That's great. There's also great tech support. Again, we don't need to be programmers to run the site, but if there are things that we need, there's great support. And the best part about it, I'm sure you're going to agree, is there's great chat support. So we don't even need to call up. They actually have great live chat. They're open a lot of hours. And when I mean great chat support, they actually can even do things as specific as helping you make customizations to your theme, especially if you're using one of the free themes that Shopify provides. And I totally recommend using one of the free themes, Brooklyn or Minimal. They're both great. Fully hosted and a 99.9% uptime guarantee. That means you don't have to worry about server load. If you have one person coming to your site or 1 million, they should be able to handle it. And hosting alone, if you've ever hosted a website, you know how stressful that could be when the site goes down or gets slow. And I gave you that mic drop example in the other video. If you spend, let's say you're spending $1,000 on ads, $20,000 on ads, whatever it is, and your site goes down, then you can't make any sales, and your ad money is still getting spent. So it's just a horrible, horrible situation that you would avoid if you use Shopify. And then last but certainly not least, fulfillment partner integration. If you had a platform that didn't work with the t-shirt printing platforms that I'm recommending, then you'd have to build that integration yourself, and that's going to be very expensive and time consuming. So, we don't want to do that. Money loves speed. We want to move as quick as possible. So again, just to recap in terms of what Shopify has over the other features, a lot of people talk about WooCommerce, but Shopify is a hosted solution. They have much better support. And then versus some of the other hosted solutions like Volusion or Big Cartel, there are much better integrations on Shopify, and there's much better support, not only live support, but community support, because there's simply way more users using Shopify. Shopify is a publicly traded company. there's millions of stores hosted on Shopify. So maybe not millions, but probably hundreds of thousands, right? There's just it's by far the biggest player in the hosted e-commerce space. And remember, the thing that should end the conversation about Shopify versus WooCommerce is that worst case scenario where you send paid traffic to a site and the hosting goes down. Then you just have no shot of making any sales, and you also are wasting all your ad money. Like I said, quickest way to 0% conversion rate is to send paid traffic to a site that's down. So you need to avoid that, and if you're dealing with your own hosting company or you're hosting the site yourself, that's a real threat, especially as you scale the traffic up. So cool. That's our talk, really, in terms of choosing a store platform, and I don't think there's really any choice. I think it's Shopify. And if you haven't already kind of set up a Shopify store, they have kind of deemed me to be finally important enough to get a discount code, a lifetime discount code. And if you've been searching for discount codes, you know that there really aren't that many out there. So it's pretty cool. Just go to the link right here, shopify.justinscener.com. And if you sign up through that link, it's not going to say anything specific to me. It's not going to show you the discount. But I promise you, if you go through that link, it's going to work. And you'll get an extended free trial, 21 days instead of 14, and you'll also get 10% off. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, there's no good option outside of Shopify if you want to be doing print-on-demand T-shirts. You need the integrations from these T-shirt platforms like ThreadMeUp to be able to hook directly in. And it's not only ThreadMeUp, T-Launch, and Teespring, Viral Style, etc. They all require you to have Shopify because their Shopify apps is what you use to integrate. So there you go. Here's a 10% off lifetime. For every month you can save 10% off if you go through this link. If not, no worries. They're still very, very affordable. So we're going to cover going over the shoulder, and we'll set up a Shopify store in the next section.